I love the engineer. It's got his two turrets, which means you don't have to stand around too much where the damage is coming from. So for the engineer, you really want some fungus, some mobility. Everybody wants mobility though. Got some sticky bombs. Man, the pace of this game is just so strange. Start off, nothing to do, nothing to do. Come on. Did I break it? Enemies, please? Oh, there's one. Alright, so this is a very strange game. Like, it's kind of easy and kind of hard at the same time. Risk of one-shots. Alright, so sticky bombs attach, and after a few seconds, they blow up. If the enemy dies, it has an attached bomb. The bomb will drop to the ground, do AoE damage instead. Alright, so killing enemies or opening small, I don't know, crates will give you resources to open the crates for items. What we're really hoping for is some early mobility. And some more friggin' enemies. I mean, what is this? Alright, we got some crit classes. Yeah, crit classes will double, give you a chance for double damage. I believe it's 10% per. So in theory, you only ever need, what, like 9 of them, depending on your class. Here's a small crate, it's just money. Oh man, the pacing of this is just so strange. Start with like nothing to shoot at, nothing to do. And it quickly escalates into there's too much to shoot at, too much to do, especially in multiplayer. I am using a mod that will remove the empty chests. I got that at thunderstore.io. The modding community hasn't, or they haven't quite decided on a mod loader yet, so there's a couple different ones going around. Which makes modding the game even harder, since some mods use this, some mods use that. You have to have the same exact version build to play with other people for the most part. So if you and your buddy want to play a modded version, for example, there's a couple out there, like one that I pick up, Soldier Syringe, which is attack speed. Everybody will pick it up, which can lead to some quickly, getting overpowered. There's also like share item mods where if I pick something up, I can drop it and give it to another player. There's a healing bot. Which, if there were more enemies, might be helpful. I'll try to dagger, give it a chance to bleed. I think it's 8%? I don't know. There's tons and tons of guides out there on exact item stats. Right now, early offense will have to substitute for mobility. What we're looking for is like one more level at least, and try and clear out some of the stuff item-wise on this level, so we don't end up underpowered when we get to like, the ice stage, which tends to be a little harder than the first two. Teddy bear printer. Chance to block, good survivability. Well then. While we're running around here, we'll go over the engineer's abilities. First ability is a stacking grenade thing. You can fire up one or two, or you can stack it all the way up. You cannot sprint while charging it. Just like most characters, I believe only the Huntress can sprint and attack at the same time. Since we have both our turrets available, we're just gonna go ahead and pop this, because, yeah, get some money, quick lap. Stone Titan, gotta watch his beam. It will melt you quickly. Break line of sight. Not the damage. And our little healing drone healed up our turret here. We got Bandolier, that'll help resetting our long cooldown on our turrets and our shield. Not so much on our multi-charged mines here. You can collect lunar coins. Currently it says I have 11, so that makes sense. If you're going for one of the achievements, which is clear 20 stages, the lunar stages count. There's a Bandolier pickup for a reset cooldown. We cleared the teleporter. You can see there's 1, 2, I know there's one way over there, so there's 3 right there in front of me. Little crates for items. Picking everything up by yourself kind of slows and delays gameplay. Until you have some speed. There's a war banner. Creates a large bubble that increases our attack speed and I think damage. More crit classes, so we're up to 25%. Yeah, gunbot. Currently, the engineer's turrets will not generate lunar coins. I'm sure they'll fix that eventually. So, if you're playing the engineer and trying to get a bunch of lunar coins over some of the achievements, you're gonna need to kill stuff as the engineer, as opposed to letting your turrets kill everything. Alright, so it's looking pretty thin. I know there's one more item all the way across the map. It's kind of debatable whether it's worth it or not. If it's speed, it's worth it. If it's not, then not really. There's an equipment box. Let's hope for missiles. Cryon accumulator. That'll be nice for helping bosses. Long cooldown though. Kind of skill shot. You have to sit there kind of exposed while you're aiming it. And it fires off a large blob that kind of does pulsing damage to anything it touches or anything kind of close to the blob. forgot where that crate is. So let's get out of here. The early bits of this game are just so slow. Me going all the way across the map didn't help. Really didn't help. It's just boring. I'd like to see a little bit more density and speed in the early game. Because, man, it's kind of painful to truck across the map. Alright, so we do have bandolier, we got some crit glasses, so we do have some damage going. And we can reset our turrets as long as we get some kills. More turret kills. In this stage, you gotta kind of peek underneath the water. You see, can't see the blue crates running like this. Tilt your camera, you can see them. We got some money crates here. Drop another turret. Keep moving on. Should have enough for at least one chest by now. There's our war banner bubble. Don't know if you can hear it, but there's just the bomb. There's another equipment crate, which we're gonna skip right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in this little corner. So usually there's some stuff. Yep, there's at least one or two things back here. Usually there's at least one crate back there. And this kind of being a dead end forces the enemies to spawn on you. Got a healing bot. Basic crate. Alright, cautious slug, that'll heal us while we're out of combat. Guess we're just gonna hang out here, pick up this other healing bot since we don't have any other way to heal our turrets at least. It'd be nice to pick up a fungus, which while you're standing still creates a healing field. And since your turrets are always standing still, they create a nice little healing field for you and themselves. One charge of our turrets left. Probably use it on this guy, or this group here. See if we can pick up the bandolier to reset everything. Another war banner. The more you level, you get some base health, you get some base damage. So it is helpful early to get a couple levels. That looks like an energy drink. Oof. Energy drink or hoof? We'll take the hoof because it's active all the time. The energy drink is only active while you're sprinting. A nice collection of enemies here. Sharp over turrets. Bandoliers. There's one. Yep, too slow. Too slow. Money shrine up there, that'll help. Alright, this is a stationary gun turret bot. We could pick it up, but doesn't seem to be any real point here. And since they can't move, it can't come with you like the gunner missile and healing drones. It's kind of a waste of money. Early in the game. Later in the game, it doesn't really matter. You just kind of dumping money on everything. Alright, so we got our healing bot healing us. We're theoretically out of combat until now. So our slug was healing us. You do have some base healing. So strange. first 20, 30 minutes is just kind of blah, man. Look at this. Yeah. Boring. Chance shrine over there, and a selector shrine over here. Money grave. Not that. Every time you level, the war banner drops this bubble, which early on leads to multiple bubbles being deployed. Alright, so this little platform here, you want to get up on it. You don't have any jump. Here, jump on this, jump on this, and this, and this, and this. That's just what you want to hear someone say. This, right? It's just so exciting. This. Turrets and play with this chance shrine. And apparently, just waste all our money. There we go. And we are rewarded with some bongas. You'll see a green circle deploy from turrets and myself next time I deploy the turrets. This little green circle. And we got an energy drink, so that was definitely worth it. So now we're actually moving. I would highly recommend the engineer once you unlock him. I forget exactly how you unlock him. As it'll let you focus on kind of learning the map and avoiding damage as opposed to having to stand and deliver like most of the other characters. Early on, the Huntress is very nice because you can sprint around and kind of auto aim, so it helps you like picking the enemies out if you're having a hard time seeing them. She's got the auto lock on. You unlock her after a short run with the commando. You usually unlock her. I forget exactly what the requirements to unlock are. Crowbar. Above 90%, you deal extra, or when enemies are above 90% health, you deal extra damage. Alright, so drop the turret here. And you'll see the green circle deploy. You can see the turret's healing. We're not quite falling behind on damage yet, but we're getting close. Early on, damage is very important, but as if you're building for a longer run, you want to build defensive. Just build pure defensive. You will get tons of offense as you just run through and open stuff. If you're playing with multiple people, then you kind of gotta decide, like, you know, you want to share, and who gets what becomes kind of an issue. Get over to that selector. We'll grab whatever is decent out of there, and then head for the teleporter. Really don't need a gunner draw. Every little bit helps, I guess. Oh, Challenge of the Mountain. So this will make a double, triple boss, or much harder. I'm not exactly sure. Alright, we got two options here. We got the stealth kit or a personal shield generator. But we're going to go with the hoof for speed. Speed will let us go through the stages faster, get around. And we're finally starting to get enough enemies here and there. Alright. So depending on what enemy this is, this can be quite deadly. As opposed to everything else except for the Stone Titan. was quite boring. We got Beetle Queen, easy boss. Her spit can be kind of dangerous, but beyond that, it's really kind of not much to it. We got 2 Beetle Queens. We can fire our equipment off. You can see the green ball. Did tons of damage. We'll reposition our turrets here. You can see this little encounter here. We've got tons and tons of enemies everywhere. This is more interesting. So we got double will-o'-the-wisp. Creates a large AoE explosion. If we can, we're going to reposition our turrets inside our war banner here, so they shoot a bit faster. Working on that timer though. So the boss is dead. But we have to charge the teleporter by staying inside this red circle. Red sphere. One of the common tactics for the engineer is to position your turrets very close to each other so that they can heal each other. And then if you're feeling lazy, like I am right now, you just kind of stand and so you triple the healing. You got 3 healing rings all overlapping. We got the teleporter, so we're out of here. Extra money that you generated in the stage turns into experience, so it isn't totally wasted, but alright, there we go. This is usually the stage where you start running into a little bit of problems, either damage or health wise. The enemies are a bit tougher. These guys don't really do a lot of damage, but they charge all over the place and they have tons of health. The imps tend to be more of a pain in the butt because they're teleporting all over the place. The imps have the kind of black, red, edgelord colors. Alright, so we generate a little bit of money. Let's check up here and then start making a circuit around the map. Do you have any on-kill effects? Including the infusion, which gives you 1 health per enemy killed. You can blow up these barrels, and they will give you the on-kill effect. So, like Healing Tooth. Ooh, there's the big giant bot, but he is expensive. Blow up the barrels to generate that on-kill effect, so you can get a little bit of healing from the Healing Tooth, or infusion, which are 1 max health, barrel blown up. And we're getting kind of beat up here and we're burning. Shield up, drop another turret. Got a blazing wisp coming in, a green skull. Don't really want to be standing still with those guys around. Alright, more speed. So now we're kind of getting up to speed. We're going to go up here and check real quick because I want to say half the time that there is 1 box up here at the very top. But it's definitely skippable if you want to clear the stage faster. But yeah, there's nothing up there this time. So that's just a waste of time this time around. The more players in the match, the more boxes there are to open, which can be great and terrible at the same time, because you're not running around like I am right now looking for boxes to open when you've got enough money to open boxes. But in multiplayer, you can also have the same opposite problem, where you got one character running in all the boxes, and they've got enough money to open them, and they're just snagging everything. So if you're coordinating with your friends, it ends up being great. If you're not coordinating at all, you can have one person just basically snagging everything, and then you're running around with, you know, a third or half of what the other guy has, and can't really participate. Then you get people that will instantly pick up the fungus, which for most characters, standing still is death, but for the engineer's turrets, they're amazing. We're gonna open this equipment one this time, and since we almost never run into this one, we're gonna grab this radar scanner because it'll tell us where the boxes are, so we have less, so we can clear the next couple stages faster. I mean, the prion accumulator is amazing for bosses. It's a nice skill shot. Does tons and tons of damage. But this radar device will allow us to quickly clear and find fire charge. That hurt. I'm gonna go stand in my turret. See if we can get healed up here. Alright, so we're healed up. We have tons and tons and tons of money. We're gonna hit our radar. It's gonna pulse and give us. Look at all those things. Yeah, it's fairly short cooldown. Can help you and your team, because your team can see it too. All the activatables on the map give you a general idea of where to go to find stuffs. Alright, so we got 2 stun grenades. We got like 10% chance to stun now. So tons of money. You can see the damage is starting to ramp up. We're still killing okay. We're not obliterating everything. Yeah, another war banner. Not what we need, just adds radius, doesn't improve the buff. Got the teleporter right there. Nice selector here. Looks like we got another fungus. Gotta go with that. Improves the radius, improves the heal percentage. It's percentage based, I believe it's like 4% per or 4.5% per fungus. So, once you get a couple of them, healing is actually pretty darn nice, and since your turrets can't move, and not moving in this game is pretty deadly. Your turrets really benefit from the healing. Alright, so we got 3, a few more things to pick up here. There's some things that are marked on the map, like the lunar coin, stage openers, that's my favorite, the disposable missile launcher. The fans that'll lift you in this stage are marked via the radar. Electric banjo, that'll help with our AoE a little bit. One on there. 3, 4 over there? So the nice thing about the engineer is, as you can see, we've got tons of enemies up, but we're just kind of cruising around, falling off like a noob. Drop our turrets here, give us covering fire, take care of stuff while we worry about picking stuff up and progressing through the stage here. Got a nice selector over there. Crate. So we got backup mag is terrible for the engineer because all it does is give him an extra charge of his landmines. So we picked the soldier syringe, and here we're going to pick the teddy bear for chance to block. I believe it's 15% per. So you can get like a couple of them, and you end up blocking a lot of the incoming damage. Anything in that corner? We got one over there, that's a fan. Two out there. One of those is a fan. One's that robot, which we actually have enough money for because we're going stupid slow. Oh, that's a printer. We're gonna grab him just cause. Why not? Look at that big beast. Now, your engineered turrets inherit any item you pick up, which is his big deal. But unfortunately, the bots do not. It'd be nice if that big one, which is ridiculously expensive even compared to like a legendary chest, the TC-280 prototype would inherit some of the properties. It's a fan. That's an I don't know. That's an I don't know. Got two down here. One is the teleporter. We're just gonna grab this and get the hell out of here. We got the magma worm. Magma worms are terribly deadly. See if we can quickly deploy a bunch of landmines to help our turrets out. And we stack them together since they should heal each other. The red numbers that you see are bleed. The orange numbers that you see are crits. White numbers is obviously just your base damage. Basic damage. See our turrets kind of getting wrecked as he just rolled through them right there, but they're healing up fairly quickly. Looks like we got a rose-colored, covered, rose buckler. Okay, rose buckler. Increased armor while sprinting. I haven't really figured out what the armor system is in this game. I know the engineer has one of the higher armor ratings of the characters. I'm not sure if armor equals percent damage reduction. So 10% armor is 10% damage reduction, or 10% armor is, or 10 armor is reduces damage by 10. I'm unsure. "32 minutes in and the game finally starts getting interesting." So that's my huge problem with this game. It takes a while to kind of get rolling and get fun. So until you get used to the concept of when you die, you have to start all over. It can get a little frustrating when you get one-shotted. You know, if you're taking lots of little bits of damage and you can see your death coming, it's always a little easier to accept and figure out what you did wrong. When you just get one-shotted, it just feels like you got punished for no reason. So, I always find games that give you a nice steady stream of damage, even if it's heavy damage and it's harder to counteract. Far more fun feeling, another challenge of the mountain here, than games that'll punish you by giving you one shot. Just due to scaling, you know. We're not talking about skill here, we're talking about, oops, I stood in the wrong place, now I'm dead. Shield generator, a little extra effective health. Decent rolls on that chance shrine. The items weren't the greatest, but didn't have to spend a ton to get it done. lines here. See what we can do on this chant shrine. This one's a little expensive looking. A little more effective health. You can see the blue bar on the bottom left, just to the right of the green. On my health, shields will rapidly regenerate, but they will not be healed by healing items. We got a monster too, so you start seeing green orbs when things die. Pick those up for a little bit of healing. Medic bot, expensive right now. Trying to get the items. We've got our fungus for healing. Got an infusion now, that's nice. You wanna, if you're gonna go long, you want to get a couple of those, usually, 5 to 8 for like a 2-hour run. Now I actually have to kill some stuff myself to get, each kill will give you 1 extra health. You probably won't be able to see it in this level. It's a little red, orangish, but when I do land a kill myself, I'll get a red orb, as opposed to the blue EXP orbs or the green healing orbs like that one. And a little more proc chance blue, that's 8%. Fire. This stage can get quiet. Here's a backup magazine. Not good for us. If we were playing multiplayer, we would definitely leave that one for someone else. It's 1000% more effective on almost every other character. Shield generator. Lots of shields this run. Medkit. Medkit will heal you for a small amount after you take damage. Slight delay. Go check the top. There's usually 1 or 2 items, box thingies up top here. This time there's 3. Not always up here, but it's easy to check. You may hear a little squeaky sound. That is our teddy bear item. Blocking damage for us. Don't want another equipment box right now. Pop this in the pit over there. Nope, rusted key, not a good drop, but it's nice to have one. Buckler. Buckler is probably best for the Huntress since she can do her basic attack while sprinting. But all characters are sprinting around all the time, so it's okay for everybody. It's just kind of certain items are best for certain characters. Like the Alien head that reduces all cooldowns, or the Artificer is probably one of the best. We got damage on kill. We'll go question mark. We got damage on kill. Now. Healbot, oh money. So this stage can be kind of odd because of the mortar enemies. They can kind of hide, nuke you from range. also kind of count towards the enemy's spawn list. So sometimes it can get real quiet. There's a bunch of mortars alive somewhere. Just looks like a money crate. Two equipment crates, but it's not that. Normally I'd go for the disposable missiles. They really help with the mortars, especially in this level. Yeah, why not? So all characters want a bit of attack speed. The engineer, I would say around 8, 6 to 10. So 8 being the sweet spot. This is what we're saving for in the legendary chest. Of the syringes, soldier syringe. This one right there. To give you enough attack speed so you can charge your grenades up quick enough. Or spam out your mines very quickly. I'm gonna pop our radar here, see what we're missing. Got one right above us, one in the corner. That's probably a lunar in the cave there. So I just got another barrel, money barrel. There's a blazing west sphere behind me. Bandolier, our turret back, set up right here, go for that equipment that was right over here, whatever it is. Not really what we want. So the infusion that gives us extra health when we kill stuff only works on our kills. Doesn't work for the bots, doesn't count for the turrets, which would be nice if they would change it, but you kind of understand why. A few more offensive items, and we should be able to lap basic enemies fairly quickly. What we got? Looks like another heal bot. Couple more items floating around, 1 or 2 lunars, but this is what we're really after. Come on, it's there. And we'll see what we get. Hopefully it's not junk. It's kind of junk. This is the icicle. This is probably best for the mercenary. Will we land a kill, if we can land a kill. Just need to see a ring of ice around us. Definitely best with the mercenary, who is all melee. So if I was playing with someone who was playing the mercenary, there's no way in hell that I would pick that up. If you're playing with other people, definitely get in the habit of standing back when you open items. I'm going to check this string of stuff, and then we're going to activate the teleport and get out of here. Grab the TC 280. So we got equipment, heal bot, prion accumulator. No, wood sprite, definitely good for multi. Get on 2. Foreign fruit's probably better because it'll heal you for 50 as opposed to healing over time. This is one I also like, the oil capacitor. Gives you stun, gives you a direct fire, quick lightning bolt. Got all that stuff. Equipment, honey barrel. Yeah, how much can you resist checking every single last thing? There's a crate up there, so I guess this wasn't a totally wasted trip if we can actually get up there. Nope, that's just another money barrel. Alright, where the hell is the teleporter? If you're watching this, you probably actually know. See, there's a more guy. A couple more guys up there. We'll go take them out for our infusion. Alright, so what we're looking for is the wisps. And I'll point them out when we see them again. They always surround the teleporter, always float around the teleporter. Makes it a little easier to find. You can see all the glowing little wisps, yellowish, goldish, orangish. It's all kind of matter of perspective on the colors. Yeah, we'll take a messenger. Why not? I'm expecting that more in here. And we get a titan. We get multiple titans because we can challenge the mountain. And that's just plain old. We'll hide over here. Let our turrets do some work. Titans are down. Turrets here. Titanic. Neural. Curl. Increases health regen and base health. Good pickup for a longer run. 7 minutes in. Blah. So we're going lazy mode right now. We're just gonna kind of stand there. A banner would have helped for the bosses, but it is what it is. Teleporter's up. While the teleporter is active, it locks down all the other pickups, so it's best to, once it's active, just have a group, team, whatever, come together, kill the boss. Once the boss is dead, I think it unlocks everything else, but while the boss is active, you can't run around and pick stuff up, even if you have the money. They're all locked down with a red kind of claw-looking thing. Don't need equipment. Currently, we need some monies. And you can see offensive-wise, we're kind of getting there, but a little attack speed would really go a long way. A little more speed to get around the map here. We're getting to the critical mass kind of point where defense becomes far more important than offense, and speed becomes life. A couple of these guys we can, just for our infusion. I don't know if we've maxed out yet. It's kind of hard to track. I didn't look to see where we started. HP wise in the infusion, we've also leveled a couple times, so that makes it a little harder to track. Here's a boss, and at least one crate. Can't place those turrets while you're in the air. Bosses are always great for money. And mini pickups here. radar, teleporter. Cloak chest. Nice. Not a good job out of it, but cloak chest, cloak chest. Extra one that I never would have seen. Don't need the radar to find those cloak chests, or open them, I should say. Find them, yeah. You can stumble across them and just open them. Because you do get a little prompt. There's a little bit more speed, so hopefully this will get us through a few more stages here quicker. This is kind of getting a little tedious, but it's also starting to get a little more interesting, damage-wise at least. We still need some damage pickups, but if we have an option, we are going to focus on these. Finally got some fireworks, so anytime we open something, we send out some homing missiles, which can exponentially speed up a run. You get to the point where those missiles, they don't do anything anymore. They just kind of everything. They don't really do enough damage by themselves off the fireworks. But damage is damage. We got frozen there. Thankfully nothing was focused on us at the time. Our radar, we got a looter. There's only one looter item that I like, and I don't think I have it unlocked yet. We got fireworks. Banner. Banner's useless at this point. We already have a couple. So we'll pick up a hoof for even more speed. It's really nice to have quite a few of those, so you can attack as most characters without sprinting and still not feel like you're a total slug. There you can see our nice view of our missiles in action from the fireworks item. Run around, pop all this stuff. What do we got? Another war banner, that's junk. Could use a printer to get rid of some of these lower tier items, like extra items like the war banner. Hit this radar one last time. Looks like there's quite a few things up top there, so we're gonna make a loop up there. Jump turret here though. Something behind the rock. Probably bot. Yep, gunner bot. Missile bot. Nope, gunner bot. What we got up here? We got a selector and a shrine. Enchant shrine. And 2 barrels. Nothing. What do we got in the selector? Random war banner. I guess we're going random. Is it a war banner? It's a war banner. Yep. Totally random. Totally random. We had our option of war banner, or war banner. Crowbar. It's okay. Definitely not really great for the engineer. Someone who hits super hard on a single shot is far better. Makes far better use of that item. Engineer comes to mind. I guess our landmines on fresh enemies kind of counts. Especially if we can double, triple tap them. Get like 3 landmines go off at once. We're gonna check this item and that item, and we're out. Since we have extra money, I'm just gonna go ahead and activate that gunner drone. And activate this. What is it? It's the Oculus. 8 seconds of crit. Pretty long cooldown. But it's 100% crit for those 8 seconds, so it's okay. It was an awkward spot if we get the big jellyfish or the stump titans here. Stump titans. Thankfully they spawn on this side of the rock, so I can go around underneath, hide out from the laser eyeballs. got a feather. Yay. Double jump. Always nice on all the characters. I'm gonna split our turrets here for better coverage. See, we got one item right there with the lockdown claw that we talked about earlier. Got the gunner bot up there with the yellow chevron. That is a lunar item. We don't really care about lunar items here now. The one lunar item that I like, that I do not have unlocked, will greatly reduce the equipment cooldown, but it also makes it fire whenever it's off cooldown, so it'll automatically. If you combine that with some, I can't remember, I think it's fuel cell, extra charge on your equipment and reduced cooldown, alien edge, and probably like the disposable missile launcher. You just kind of shoot out a stream of missiles. It's really awesome. Alright, so an hour in, should probably end the video, but it's just finally starting to get decent. Be right back.